And this morning, I'm very happy this morning because this is the new month. Happy new month to everyone that has been with us, that subscribed, that have participated in one way or the other in the show. Happy new month to everyone in Nigeria and also wherever you are all over the world, in Asia, United States, United Kingdom, wherever you are. Happy new month from Flip TV. Some of our viewers are afraid this morning because they may have an information that DSS are looking for them. So some of them have not been coming for the past 3 days. Mr. Lucky is one of them. Maybe he has not been around for the past 2 days because there's an information that DSS are looking for him, but you see him today. Okay, let's move over to the topic for today. I have the Nigerian Tribune with me. Mr. Raphael. Mr. Lucky. Did he come yesterday? Is it because of DSS?
Yes, DSS, it's like they give us signal. It's something like they are looking for us. So
Okay.
Mr. Lucky could not be here.
I want to confirm that. Let me do the intro. I want to confirm that from you.
Okay.
Okay, I have the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Above the masthead, JAMB cancels UTME cut of marks. Institutions to now decide benchmark. JAMB cancels UTME cut of mark. No general cut of mark. No universal cut-off mark. The schools will set off their own cut-off marks by themselves. Institutions to now decide benchmark. 20 billion naira salary loan court freezes Kogi bank account. 20 billion naira salary loan court freezes Kogi bank account. Below the masthead of the Nigerian Tribune, Akeredolu signs anti-open grazing bill into law. That's the third state that have signed that bill into law. Looking at the September 1 benchmark, Akeredolu signs anti-open grazing bill into law. CBN directs bank to publish names BVN of forex defaulters. CBN directs banks to publish names BVN of forex defaulters. Naira down to 526. Naira per dollar loses 26.1% value in 4 weeks. Naira down to 526 naira per dollar loses 26.1% value in 4 weeks. Main headline on the Tribune. Compulsory COVID-19 vaccination court stops Obaseki. Compulsory COVID-19 vaccination court stops Obaseki. Federal government considering basic rule of law on Nigerians refusing vaccination. Federal government considering basic rule of law on Nigerians refusing vaccination. 2.9 million vaccinated, third wave stabilizing in Africa. That is from the World Health Organization. 2.9 million vaccinated in Africa, third wave stabilizing in Africa. Channels TV interview, retired Commodore Olawumi reports self at Defense Intelligence Agency. Retired Commodore Olawumi that made the revelation that Bokoharam sponsors are in Buhari's government has reported himself at the Defense Intelligence Agency. Gunmen invade hospital in Bayelsa, rob doctors, patients. Gunmen invade hospital in Bayelsa, rob doctors and patients. Olu of Warri dissolves traditional councils and committee. Olu of Warri dissolves traditional councils and committee. End kidnapping. Terrorism now, Afenifere tells federal government. End kidnapping. Terrorism now, Afenifere tells federal government. Tertiary institutions give priority to IGR at the expense of quality education. Panel report. Let's move on to the Punch this morning. Open grazing, Lagos Delta crossover bills pending as deadline ends today. Open grazing, Lagos Delta cross river bills pending as deadline ends today. Pengasan blames rising cooking gas price on forex. Pengasan blames rising cooking gas price on forex. Out of school children, FG not responsible, says Osibajo. Out of school children, FG not responsible. Who is now responsible, says Osibajo. Main headline, NMA Johesu kick as FG threatens sanction. NMA Johesu kicks as FG threatens sanction. You can't force people. Enlighten them. NMA health workers advise federal government. You can't force people to receive the COVID-19 vaccine. Enlighten them. NMA health workers tell federal government. Court stops Edo people who reject vaccine endangering others. Rules will be applied, says NPHCDA boss. People who reject vaccine endangering others. Rules will be applied. 6 Tucano jets cost almost $500 million. United States Envoy. 6 Tucano jets cost almost $500 million. Court orders interim forfeiture of Abiodun Aid's bank accounts. House in Lekki. Court orders interim forfeiture of Abiodun's Aid bank accounts and house in Lekki. We owe salaries due to paucity of funds. Akedolu is saying that we owe salary due to paucity of funds. Akedolu. Afenifere tells Nigerians to defend themselves against bandits. Afenifere tells Nigerians to defend themselves against bandits. PDP leaders visit Jonathan, beg ex-president to stay. PDP leaders visit Jonathan, beg ex-president to stay. Court remands Ekiti man for raping 17-year-old daughter. Let's move to Mr. Raphael this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, viewers. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, everybody in Europe, America, and Asia. We enjoy your viewership. Happy New Month to all of you. Let me tell you, Lucky did not come because he suspected the SS are after us. Let us just say this, air it, so that people will know. But Lucky is on the way coming. I called him. That's why you overheard me saying, Lucky, come. Nobody's here. Nobody's here. Lucky, come on. So, viewers,
okay,
you are all welcome.
Today is
look,
okay.
Anti-corruption, ICPC, EFCC. Let me tell you, the anti-graft, whatever they call it. Let me tell you,
agency.
Is it for only the Southerners because of Abiodun's forfeiture of his account and his properties in Lagos Island? Do you understand? On Lekki. Let me tell you, have you ever heard that Mohammed Ibrahim Abubakar's account has been forfeited? I think you understand all their properties. Is it only against only the Southerners? Is this regime, Buhari's regime, against the Southerners? This is another angle. Because when you look at the issue, bordering on ICPC and anti-graft agencies, it's put down now on record that it's only the Southerners that have been found culpable, punishable, or punished so far since its inception.
We have Mena there.
Mena was during Jonathan regime. Listen and listen good, brother. Mena's case was as far back as 2014-2015. I mean, Buhari anti-graft war. Is it only Alison Madeke, that woman from Bayelsa, married to Alison Madeke from Oji, an Igbo woman? Is it only against the Southerners? Oga, think very well, look very well before you leap. I can tell you that virtually Buhari regime has been persecuting. Do you understand? Only the Southerners. Dasuki Gate was as a result of arms supply during Jonathan regime. Does it mean that nobody has been found culpable in the north during this Buhari, since inception of Buhari regime? Are you listening to me? They are using anti-graft agencies to be witch hunting, for witch hunting of Southern politicians. Igbo man, Yoruba man, Ijaw man. Look at what happened to that woman in regard of NDDC. The woman that they were about to arrest, week of River State, came out and told EFCC, wait, where are your search warrants? That woman is from River State. Is it only the River State? Is it only the Southern politicians, Southern people that Buhari's regime has come to do what? To take care of. What about Northern politicians? So nobody in the North has ever siphoned money. So Magu, so Winko, my brother, I'm telling you, sorry, that was just a breaking in transmission. We are having a little network problem. Okay. So let me tell you, Winko, my brother, Hope Uzodinma has accepted to give the Fulanis land in Imo State. I don't know whether you were here yesterday when I told you guys that Ohaneze, the president of Ohaneze Ndibo, in the person of Obiozo, has asked Hope Uzodinma many questions. Various rhetoric questions. No answer has been supplied so far. from or by your governor. Why are you ceding Imo State land to Fulani? Is your father Uzodinma the owner of the whole Imo? Why are you ceding Imo State land to Fulani? Hope, is your father or family the owner of Imo land, Imo State? Winko, it still remains a question that has no answer yet. So Winko, let me tell you, Hope Uzodinma has accepted to give to Imo State land to Buhari and his kinsmen, all in the promise of what? The next presidency comes 2023. The person to qualify or to succeed Buhari is Hope. It was a promise made to him at the back of the scene or behind the scene. That is what is playing on now. It's not joining the rest of the southern governors to sign anti-grazing. Winko, I hope you are listening now. He has not joined the rest of the southern governors to play down on ceding parcels of lands, parcels of land in southern Nigeria. As the resolution of the last meeting southern governors had. Yes, that was the resolution. That are going to sign anti-grazing into law. And I want to tell you that today, many of the states of federation have signed anti-grazing into law.
No.
Many of them. No, it's pending. No, some governors.
Only
some states like Anambra.
Anambra have not signed.
Anambra has not signed.
Only River State, Ondo State, and Ondo State, 3 states out of 17 states of the federation. Is that not appalling?
They said the agreement is pending. That's what they said. They said they will do that later. But let's see what they have to.
Resolution.
17th August, I think, or July 5. Okay.
That is enough time for them to enact the law.
I know now. Most of them must have taken bribe. Most of them must be, taking certain things into consideration. But as if you ask me my own opinion, what you said is right. Because from 5th of July to 1st September, as they resolved during their meeting, was enough space for them to make an arrangement for the signing.
Are they afraid?
They are very, very afraid, and they are having skeleton in their cupboards, in their various cupboards. They have enough time from 5th to 5th August is 1 month. 5th August to 1st July is almost another month. 4 days to make it 2 months. They promise Nigerians they are going to sign it into anti-grazing.
Mr. Raf, continue. Don't worry. Sorry for that.
Breaking in transmission.
Network issue.
Okay, network issue.
Let's continue. Ohamadike, your governor.
Yes, Abokodike Izu. Oza, I don't know whether Abokodike Izu has turned to Abokwo onye na-atụ egwu anya Maazị Egwu Izu Obodo. Abokodike Izu, when you call the warrior, he appears. That is the English translation of that phrase. I don't know when Abokodike Izu has turned to Abokwo, a coward, to come to solve an issue. He does what? He fails to turn up. Obiano is not representing that name. It's a title that we have given him in Anambra State.
Okay.
He's a warrior. When a warrior has begun to look like a coward, what do? We keep on scratching our mandibles, our jaws, and even our hairs are not left out. So Obiano, my uncle, Abokodike is the warrior. You are trying to let me scratch my head this morning as if you are not living up to that great name, title given to you by Ndi Omabala. Why are you drilling from signing anti-grazing law? Could that be the reason why you could not attend that meeting, that convention of the Southern governors that day? Maybe, I'm telling you, you are drilling from representing the name Ndi Anambra has given you. Obiano, the Igbo race have no land, let alone Anambra where we come from. Remember that we live along River Niger, the whole Igbos. Remember that you and I, as kinsmen, we live beside Omabala, the river. Very speck of land, speck, as little as speck. If you can just fly up to 2,000 heights in the air. Ndi Omabala, we have a very small land. Very patch of land, very small. We are like a dot in Igbo land. We live just beside Anambra, along Anambra River, Ezu River. We are closed up, what? By rivers. Series of rivers, Oyi River, Ezu River, Omabala River. We are in the middle, we don't have land. Which parcels of land? Where are those parcels of land you are about to sign off to this Fulani Arab Mugareb?
Okay.
People that are usurping for other people's land. People from other faraway land of Senegal and Gambia. They come to usurp our land, you and I. Obiano, do not allow us to start disrespecting you. You are our warrior. Now, you have degraded, reduced to what? Mazi Egu. Coward.
That's your governor?
My governor has degenerated himself to coward. What are you telling me? Obiano is the person that is supposed to be the first person to sign this anti-grazing. Because I know my clan. My clan, we are of the tribe of the Lion of Judah. We are the Eri. Obiano is from Aguleri, Ibezulu. What are you telling me? It's my uncle now. What are you telling me? I know who we are. Anambra as a progenitor of Libos is supposed to be the first state of the Federation to endorse anti-grazing law. Because we are all warriors.
Don't you think the state is divided?
The state is not divided.
And Ubana is coming out as APC governor.
Thank you so much.
Went to meet Buhari.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Anduba has been under the platform APC right from the word A. Are you listening to me? A, alphabet A, that is in the inception. Beginning. Do you understand? Anduba stands for APC. Chris Uba, his junior brother, fought for APC. In fact, he worked hard against Ngige to take that, leadership of Anambra State. Since 2005, from Ngige, Anduba's junior brother, Anduba played out along with his junior brother. So they stands under APC as a platform. The Anambra are political what? More or less animals than any other part of Igbo land, because they are what? Business people.
One more question. Federal government will sanction you if you don't take COVID-19 vaccine. How do you look at it?
No. COVID-19 vaccine is a personal thing. If I decide, I take it. If I don't decide, you don't force me into what I don't like to do. It's not going to be by force. It's not going to be compulsory that everybody in Nigeria should take it. If you like, you take it.
But you might pose
you are accountable to your health condition. If your body constitution,
you might pose a danger to other people if you don't take it.
If your body constitution is not telling you the right thing, go and check yourself. But someone forcing you to go to embark on medical checkup, such a person is a bloody, hostile, aggressive person.
They don't know what they are doing.
They don't know what they are doing. Yes, as you can see, my friend, my opponent Obon is now supporting me.
I don't know what is wrong with them.
Something is wrong with them.
You have your time. You have your time.
You can see that. So anybody forcing you to take COVID-19, I'm telling you, is dragging us back to 2,000 years back. When the world was on what? Middle or dark ages. I'm entitled to my body constitution. My body chemistry is widely accountable. Let me tell you, by me alone, nobody can give account of my body constitution. My God, and what? My system.
So many people will agree with you.
So many people will agree with me over there in Europe, in Nigeria, and the world, the whole worldwide. Ask me why. You don't force the horse to drink water. When you take the horses to the stream, you don't force them to take water, to lap water. No. You allow them. Are you listening to me? It's a general word. It's a general figurative language.
We don't create for vaccine. Get out.
Nobody can force any Nigerian to take it.
Final thought, Mr. Ram.
I don't think final talk is due anyway, but I think we would have given me much time. Let me tell you, giving me much time to tell the whole world that what Joe Biden did is wrong. So many people, Americans, those people that work with Americans in Afghanistan, they are dying. I want to tell Joe Biden, don't you know that Afghanistan is one of the Middle East Europe, where we used to give proverb or parable that instead war to stop in the Middle East Europe, it is just like open an eye of needle and commandeer horses, not one, camels will be with inclusion to pass through. They are warring zone. America is not supposed to leave them now. Many Christians are dying there in their great numbers. And I'm telling you, as I'm telling you now, women, they are dressing like masquerades. They are not going to school again. Those ones working in the banks, they have been restricted from going to their various offices in Taliban, in Afghanistan. Is that the world of .com age? The life and the world of .com age should be better and more than that.
Okay. Thank you very much. You may come back. Pastor, good morning.
Morning.
You are a pastor.
To the core.
You're a man of God.
Of course.
I know that COVID-19 is really in Nigeria.
Yeah.
There's COVID-19 in Nigeria.
It's fake.
Why do you say it's fake?
Where is the cemetery that they build the people where that? Where is the cemetery? See the cemetery where they say that this is where they bury people where die for coronavirus. You see one? Where are they burying them?
So till now, you don't still believe that
it's a fake.
COVID-19 is
pure fake
in Nigeria?
Don't you know that it's fake?
Now the federal government is coming to sanction or arrest anyone that refuses vaccination.
It's a fake rumor. It cannot even happen. Whoever writes it is nonsense. Whoever writes it now nonsense. They write, Mr. Man.
So the media house that wrote this nonsense.
That's nonsense. Let me talk rubbish.
Back your claim.
Let me back my claim.
Yes.
Vaccine come. If you say we want to take vaccine, coronavirus not even there. Evidence proof to where coronavirus. I'm coming, Mr. Man.
People are dying of coronavirus.
Everybody proof worldwide for where coronavirus day. The worldwide proof for where coronavirus day. In Italy, everybody see. In Italy, Americans, they see. I mean, all the country where coronavirus. Everybody see for clearly that there is coronavirus live. Due to I drop people down. Who died here? What happened here?
There are people that have died of coronavirus.
Who died for here? Can they prove where the grave where they buried them?
Are you looking for the grave before you believe?
Bro, you are journalist. Show me the grave.
Are you looking for the grave?
Yes, for I can believe. Where do you bury them? They died. Give number. Where do you bury them? If you say that they buy almost 300,000 people, where the grave?
The doctor's report.
I'm coming. Are they giving them injection to drive?
Are you a doctor?
I'm coming.
Are you a medical
I'm coming, Mr. Man.
Doctors have their reports.
Doctors must always have report. Right from beginning, doctor must have report.
Okay.
To the whole world till today, doctor must have report. And their report always coming in as report. Now what I'm trying to say, to create this evidence very clear. Tell us, show us the cemetery that you build bury almost 300 people. Where die for coronavirus? Show us the cemetery. Where do you bury them? Are you giving them injection to dry? Or are you burning them off? Where are them? For you to know that this thing exists.
So all this month you are saying coronavirus is a fallacy in Nigeria.
Pure fake. To hell with them. Who is up coronavirus? Who is where coronavirus? Who have it? Where is it? Me and you, what happened?
All these monies that have been budgeted for.
It's a fake. They are all criminals. They are all criminals. Let them go and sit down.
You are talking.
Coronavirus dead.
You are talking to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
But Federal Republic, I don't know having palliative. They don't have palliative. If coronavirus, why they have palliative? They know there is nothing wrong.
If there's nothing wrong, why would the Edo State governor say everyone in that state must take?
He's mentally drunk. Is what? I'm coming. Edo State governor is mentally drunk. If it's disease come, disease always come. Ebola come. HIV/AIDS come. Abi, Lassa fever come. So many diseases they come. Abi, they go. Who's going to declare that somebody must be forced to correct injection? How many Ebola kill? How many HIV kill? How many Lassa fever kill? Thousands. Worldwide.
But coronavirus is different from cholera.
Listen to me. Coronavirus never exists for one. For this Africa here, we mount a structure that is never exists here. Understand me? Nigeria no be modern nation. Coronavirus kill the modern nation. It's over.
Okay.
Get my point?
Okay.
We are not the modern nation. It's a coronavirus come as a result of immodern nation to be what to keep them disciplined.
So you are saying as a result of immorality.
Immorality. So that's why we are not
You
immoral.
are taking this thing to a spiritual.
That is it.
A spiritual.
That is, I have to tell you because I'm a spiritual man. Every modern nation must face coronavirus consequence, not Nigeria. We are not what we are can't act of that. Nothing.
So we are not an immoral nation.
Never. If we are not immoral nation, why do you call us say that we go out for the where we see us?
To you, what is immorality to you?
Immorality is what seduction. Seduction, immorality, what we are talking about.
Say
Immorality is seduction.
seduction.
Walking naked for street, all those things is what we are talking about. We don't talk about ashawo. We talk about immoral in what? In seduction nature. Walking naked for street, wearing pants for street.
Have you been to
That's what be in America. I'm coming in America and here, no Nigerian woman wear pants for street. We are preaching every day for them to know to caution themselves. America no preach. China no preach.
Okay.
You hear me? Brazil no preach. Italy no preach. We are preaching and they hear us and they what? Some of them they are being misused and some are what are hearing us and what try to caution themselves. That's all. So know what pure nothing like that thing we call
Some pastors in their church you wear nose mask.
because they are carnal fake.
They believe.
Yes, because they are fake.
They believe.
I'm coming.
COVID-19.
I have never wear mask for once because I'm not fake. I have no business with coronavirus. A pastor that take coronavirus is a fake pastor, carnal pastor. That's how you fear to die. We are not fear to die.
You say you must take it.
I'm not fear to die. Tell him to come. I go break the ceiling. Tell him to come and keep me. I go break the ceiling. I don't want to point me con to take coronavirus.
You are playing to the gallery.
I'm coming. How dare you?
Pastor Obong.
How dare you? How dare them? How dare them try to keep me vaccine by force? It's against me. It's against the law.
It's your right. It's your right.
I'm coming.
It's your right to have vaccine.
Thank you.
It's
You
your
say-
right to be vaccinated.
Say you.
It's your right.
It is your right, not my right.
It is your right.
My body is the temple of God. I don't have any place with it. Yeah, man.
So if you are sick, you don't take
I'm
medicine.
coming, Mr. Man. I don't take medicine. You don't know me. I know myself.
You don't take herbs.
I'm coming. I take nothing. I know who I am. Get me? If you carry the vaccine come, to give me vaccine, I will break it. Go to hell.
Okay.
You want to force me to take vaccine? Go and sit down. Keep your family.
So are you advising Nigerians not to take?
Nobody. We have no problem here.
He doesn't agree
We
with
have
you.
no problem
He doesn't
here.
agree with you.
I'm coming.
Most Nigerians don't
I
agree.
will not take it.
See, listen.
I will not take
listen.
it.
Don't try to bring something to us. We don't already loaded with all your pain and sorrow in this country. Eh? We don't manage ourselves. We don't try ourselves. We don't individual ourselves. We don't do all what we can to survive this dark nation that you bring to us. Don't ever try to go and force us to keep us sitting for body. We'll break the ceiling.
You are talking to the federal government.
Yes, how dare you? The federal government tell you, Asibanjo, Mr. President, yes, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, I tell you as Nigerian citizen, real Nigerian citizen, you can't force me to take sport or not take. Keep your family. Keep your family. Keep your wife. Keep everybody here.
Okay, let's go back to open grazing. Only three governors have passed the bill in the south out of 17.
For how many years state?
Out of 17 states, only 3 states have passed open grazing.
Okay.
How do you look at it?
Now, the open prison, to me, on my own opinion, I like it. You hear me? Before we even get to open prison, the people up where they gather their ram and their cow. It's only I was not signed to law. Abi? Everywhere. I remember one here in Papa here. They used to gather their
That was
cow.
a
That's the
cattle
market.
enclosure. That was enclosure.
Now
Cattle
it's
enclosure.
to be signed to law, is to become legalized. That means that's why it become open prison, is to be legalized. Now that you can keep a land for you to do that. To me, for peace to reign, for people to say, oh, they enter my land, they spoil my crops, they do this. If you had to bring peace, to be accepted. Cut it off there.
Oga, Nigerians cannot accept it.
Hey,
Na
I'm
lie.
coming. Okay, I'm
Our land
coming.
is too small in the southeastern Nigeria.
I'm coming.
We are adults in the circle.
Your land. I'm
We are adults in the circle. How are they asking us for our land when we are adults in the circle? We are very small.
You are chopping me.
My chopping
You are chopping me.
Why shouldn't I eat meat?
Then protest. That you
Protest?
You know chop.
I don't want cow.
Thank you.
I like white
Let
meat.
your cup now.
White
Say,
meat
don't want
is
cow.
better
I'm
than
coming.
cow.
I'm coming.
Beef.
You are now one person. Let your cup now. Wait, chop cow every day. Then I know you need cow. You don't want to chop cow. About they kill cow in your slaughter, your governor allowed it and chop cow. That thing must be legalized. Because why? Except you said all of them, your governor say we don't need cow. We don't chop cow.
Okay, we're not in the circle.
Okay.
Where is that land coming from? A dot. That's small.
We have land.
Which land?
I'm coming.
A dot.
I'm coming.
A dot has no land.
I'm coming now.
Igbo man is a dot in the circle.
I'm coming.
Southeastern Nigeria is a dot in the circle.
Where
is the land coming from?
I'm coming.
Where is the land coming from? We cannot cede our land to Buhari. But we cannot.
Okay, wait. If you don't cede land to Buhari, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Federal Republic of Nigeria speak. This land no be what tax no. This one na land no be tax no.
Na land. I know.
Na land no be tax no.
Yeah, na land. I don't allow.
So if it's vaccine, you can protest.
It is me standing here.
Okay.
It's land. I'm asking waka. One day go die live. If I die myself. Abi, I go. So no be vaccine be this one. Rapid. We are talking about what land to build a cattle. Thank you. So if it's happened that your people said, okay, I can give 1 acre of land for them to do that. If they will, for peace to them, let them do.
Somebody supporting Obonge.
We can't allow it.
But if you're supporting
Obonge, come and tell the whole world.
I'm coming now.
No, come now.
Said,
you know, outside there, they run your mouth.
I don't have
supporting
land to give.
No, for you.
Now we know that you have land.
Mr. Man, come here and talk.
Now, everybody now need peace. You Nigeria need peace.
So giving them land will bring peace.
Yeah, if they say that they move after land to land, now we say when they give this land, we know where they will now sneak in to kill people. Get my point? Because they will know their boundary. Get my point? They will know their boundary.
There are many lands in the northern Nigeria. Northern Nigeria is bigger than southwest, than southeast, than Yoruba land, the whole Yoruba land, and some part of Benue. They are bigger. Northern Nigeria is very, very vast, more vast than southern Nigeria. We the Igbos, we are not in a circle according to this useless president. We have other meat that we eat.
But you chop it.
We eat turkey, we eat chicken, we eat pork, we eat mutton. What are you telling me? We eat mutton. I don't eat cow. Red meat. I don't eat red meat. We cannot cede our land, Our land we are not, Buhari said we are not. We are not in a circle. How come he's demanding for the dot?
Okay.
Not in a circle.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Finally, Obong, how do you look at Fulani as a terror group in Nigeria?
Yes. No, we're not going to. There is no.
Because of people see Fulani as a terror, that's why they don't want them as their neighbors.
Thank you.
How do you look at Fulani as a terror group?
Fulani is not a terror. It's not terror because there's no leader of terror. A terror is someone that have leader. A group that have leader.
So Fulani doesn't have leader. Mietiala, what is Mietiala?
Mietiala, I know have leader. Fulani, Mietiala is different.
From Fulani?
That's it. Mietiala is different from Fulani. Even though within they call them bandits. So they are all different. When a group have a leader who speak against something, like Al-Qaeda now, they have a leader. Like Abyss Abab, Afghanistan, you see all the other attack, they have what they call it, what terrorists. Like Nandika, they declare terrorist before, he have a leader, Nandika is a leader. Abi, of IPOP, Abi, they declare terrorists. But this is a book, Abi, is put on the X-Men. They just scatter everywhere, nobody say this is a leader. This is their leader, no.
Some people say Buhari is their patron.
No, it's just mislead. Buhari no declare I'm a leader. But the president no declare I'm a leader to them. He no declare it.
Okay.
The president
finally.
The president declare I'm a leader to them. Hey, they just call president as a terrorist. He no declare it. So that is it. So there's no leader.
Finally, out of school children, FG not responsible for out of school children.
Is it for Wajek?
Children are not going to school. Children don't have money to afford basic education.
Okay, fine. The decision is
who is responsible?
The responsible of the FG. That one I keep FG. They are the problem. The FG have seen themselves that the children are surviving without going to Nigerian school, and they now have its own section of Nigerian education sector. Do you ever hear before in the history of Nigeria that a wajek can be taken to what almost 3 months now? They say see the stain. Today paper, next tomorrow paper. For wajek. That children are now taking wajek. What they read today they can forget. To go to exam of next month, next week. So they don't scatter, even wajek is destroyed. Education for children is destroyed. That one I give FG. They don't do well. They don't do the needful for that one. Because their children are not going to school here. But I'm going to rule a country. This country is saying that if your son or your daughter not carry certificate of this country, you can never work here. That's what I'm coming in with. If your son or daughter don't have certificate of this country from primary school, you can never work in this country. Don't travel to this country things say no good. We go come and make it good.
The country will good, I be you.
You will good. Okay. I'm coming to make it good.
Remind me that your party.
GPN, good people Nigerian good people. We're coming in. We're going to make the nation good. Yes, good people. We're going to don't think say you go see me like this. I will catch your son, I will catch your daughter. Where God, you send them to school in abroad and they will do it. We will cast them. You come to look for job here, we'll cast them. Go to abroad, go and do work. Go and work in abroad. Your father was what? When your father was imposed, you know what? He was sending you to abroad to go to school. Now we are 50 nation. Now job will be, bros. Everything will be settled. We will cast them all. So all this thing where you do no good. Tell about Sibanjo, tell Mr. President to change this orientation abroad. Do it nyama for education sector for children. It's very bad.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor Obong. Thank you very much. Mr. Lucky, good morning.
Hey, good morning, my brother. Good morning, my brother. God bless you.
You're not
my
around
name
yesterday?
is Lucky Eyaguna. I don't know Lagos. Born Lucky.
You're not around yesterday?
Yeah, my brother. Everybody have to run.
I heard some reports that you are running from the DSS.
We have to run, Everybody, we are not. Are you safe?
Are you afraid?
Are you safe? I'm afraid. If somebody can go to Channel Television and say the right thing, something that will benefit Nigeria, and they invited you for Asoro. What are we? We is here openly, standing here, saying the right thing openly directly. I'm going to afraid because by the time they catch you, they put you for like mosquito. So I have to run for my dear life. My brother, are you not safe? Are you safe?
But he
not safe.
Coming.
Look at it, my brother.
Yesterday, Lucky no coming.
My brother, you see, life is very, very important. Hide yourself. If they can invite a prominent, a conde, who do you think they will not invite? And I don't have money. I don't have anything, my brother. You don't die for sale.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Retired Commodore allow me report to self as Defense Intelligence Agency.
That is it now. That is it. What of me that is standing here? And the word of you. So everybody have to look back. Before I come this morning, I have to look around. So I think you can see it now for yourself. If the man go there, unless he has money, take a better lawyer. Do I have money? I don't have shishi. So for that one, we have to say really the truth. Our government doesn't believe you saying the truth. They believe telling lies. And when you are seeing somebody dying, our government will tell you that person is not dying. So that's why they invited the man. The man said the truth. The man said something. Is there anything hiding? Is it that Boko Haram inside the government? They are inside government. Jonathan said it. That we have Boko Haram inside my government. Understand me? So there's Boko Haram in government, present government. They have Boko Haram who get formation. If not so, how can a whole Gumi going up and down without arrest? Gumi know where this Boko Haram is, bandit is. Federal government never call Gumi for questioning. So what are you telling me? You want to tell me they don't know? They know. So they are only pretending. They are doing their beating. They want the South to die. They want to minimize the South. I just pity the elder in the South. They are not helping matter. Look at the governors. 17 governors who come together agree to sign the bill. Till now, only 3 governors. So something is pretty somewhere. They want to go and collect that 6 billion to feed their family and themselves.
Okay, they want to collect the 6 billion.
Yeah, that's
why they have not signed.
Are you know, they are already accusing some governor that they have collected some money. So that is why they are not cooperating. These southern leaders are the ones selling us. We are just here shouting. Our people, they need to purge themselves. They need to purge. Otherwise, how can a whole president tell the world that my land in my backyard, you want to come and collect my land in my backyard for what? Give to the Fulanis. That is what rap.
But some of them have been there over the years.
My brother, they have been there over the years. They have changed to killer. They have changed to snake. They have changed to dog. The moment their brother came in on board, so they want to collect our land. please, in that area, let the northern go back to north. They have a vast land. We don't have land in south. In Edo State, we have no land for the Fulani to come up. Before you know, they will take over everywhere. Just like the way they took over Kwara. So please, let them, if you like, let them use cow feed the whole north. They should stay there. Allow us to do what we are doing. We have farm. Let do farm. Let them do cow. I don't understand me. So it's better. Don't use that outcome and stop us here. That's what I believe for that area, my brother. Thank you.
FG considering basic rule of law on Nigerians refusing vaccination. That means they are going to sanction every Nigerian. There's a law coming if you refuse to receive the vaccine. How do you look at it?
For that area, I will receive the vaccine. I will support. I will support.
Okay.
I will receive. And my family will receive. Because I see so many people in abroad. Those who love us in abroad. Those who support us when we are down. They take it. And if they pass that law, automatically the law will affect us.
Okay.
But you know they ask you to pay 100,000, 200,000 to exploit us. It's just like this NIA. You know, before we were saying we are not going to take NIA. Unfortunately, there are some people to go to every hospital, passport, they ask for NIA. So now, just like that, I don't know whether you remember this immunization they gave the children. Immunization.
Okay, polio.
So yes, polio. It helped. For that extent, I would like that vaccine. Like in my area, Edo State, the governor was just trying to make a name by telling everybody that's going to be compulsory. And the court, with the wisdom, said no. But let me tell you, if our own good, if the whole world, everybody is taking in the whole world, in America, do you think America want to die? Or do you think British want to die? Or just the way they are saying that you only last for 2 years, that after 2 years, they are going to have sickness? I want to tell you something. Are you not want to tell me poverty in Nigeria are no more than the vaccine? My brother, we are hungry, we are sick already. God, Buhari make us to sick. We are hungry, we are sick. So taking vaccine, that is not my problem. I would like to take it. I will advise people to go and take it. I will advise in that area, for my own area, I will advise people to go and take it. After all, hunger are worse than the vaccine in Nigeria. Hunger are worse than the vaccine in Nigeria. Are you aware that some people who have not taken the vaccine, they fall and die because of what? Because of hunger. Because of what? They cannot go to hospital. They fall and die. So what's the need? Let me take it. If I want to die, let me die. Even though you are going without taking it, you die.
Okay.
All die and I die. Thank you. Give me another topic.
Somebody saying that in Europe they are all against the vaccine, no?
Yes. You know, let me say, everybody has his own right. Everybody has his own right. But there's some place in America or London or inside Europe, they still take it. But what we are saying is that, do you think they will bring something that will kill the whole world? Who want to die? Who like death? I don't want to die, but for me, I will take it. My family will take it. You know what I mean? Because I see some people, some friends, see how COVID killed them. Person like Jennifer and me, son, see how COVID killed him. So COVID is real. It's real. I will tell you that it's real.
Somebody saying Buhari should find vaccine for hunger.
That is what you can say. Now thank you for that, brother. Brother, I love you. God bless you. I said the highest in Nigeria is hunger. Now belle first. So forget vaccine. Even though they give me 100, but let me feed myself first. Eat well. The problem. Let me tell you the problem. If we eat well, I will take the vaccine without any problem. But if you don't eat, you want to go and take the vaccine, you die. You know, that is hunger first. Let hold of Edo Governor Obaseki pass a bill that we make sure Gadi yam cheap before you begin to talk about vaccine. Bring food down, let food cheap. let NEPA cheap, let good thing cheap, they will go and take the Vaseline. Yes, but if you don't eat well, you take the Vaseline, you collapse. That's why I'm telling you, you collapse. So please, for me, let the government focus on poverty first before we begin talk about the Vaseline. Give me another topic, my brother.
Okay.
See, my brother, you don't always ask me a tuber of yam. A tuber of yam now is 2,000. Let me say the truth, 2,000 naira. Onitsha yam, or don't mind all these advocates, they don't have yam. Onitsha yam is 2,000 naira. If I can get one back, my problem don't solve. My brother don't solve.
Okay, Lucky, stop running, please. We are with you. We are going to have a protest here if they arrest any one of you. So say stop running from today.
My brother, God bless you. You know why? You know, we are like mosquito. When they press us like Awala. I don't get money. My family don't get money. Even coming here, my wife have warned me, but I said no problem. All die and I die. All die and I die.
That is Mr. Sunday.
All die and I die. Yes, all die and I die. But what I'm saying is that if you have money, they invite you. You have confidence, you know. But when you have money, by the time they keep you inside home, nobody will ask of you. But my brother, the only people I trust is the reviewer, is the viewer in abroad who have been supporting we with at least encouragement. I want to thank you. God bless you. I know you are there for us. You are there. God bless you. Thank you. We will keep talking. I will run again. We are not going to run again. We can't run.
Not run again.
I can never run. I will stay. All die and I die. All die and I die. All die and I die.
Okay.
We will not die. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very interesting that it's a risk talking here.
Yeah, it's a risk. Good morning,
without playing or mincing words, it's risky talking here because anything that happens.
My brother, it's too much. Good morning, viewers. My name is, I still remain your humble servant, Mr. Charles Uchigoyode.
Okay.
Like you rightly said now, standing here in public to talk, my brother, the kind of risk.
There's a police station.
A very big one for that matter. Even, was it 2 days ago, one of my friends called me that I should stop coming to this place to talk. That, you know, even I was among the people that went to Lucky's house to plead with him that he should come out. That DSS are not going to do anything. You know, it's not his fault. Because DSS were after everybody here. You remember yesterday, we ran for our dear life here. So, like he said, we are just like mosquito. Once they just kill us here, we died off. Ralph and I and I think Mr. Chukos here, we went to his house. We pleaded with him that he should come out. That, you know, the essence of these people coming out in position to look for us is not good, because, like he said earlier, we are like mosquito. We don't have anything. We don't have anybody. So the viewer out there, we are putting our trust in God and in you. That is just it.
You are not putting your trust in the federal government.
Do you have federal government? Do you think you have government in this country? We don't have any government. We don't have any government. So we are putting our trust in God and our viewers out there. Thank you.
Osibaja is saying that FG, federal government, is not responsible for out-of-school children.
Then who is responsible?
In Nigeria.
Who is responsible? Sometimes I wonder whether this man called Osibanjo, whether he just got his sonship from a road-sided woman. I know he's a son. He's a son. I know. Senior advocate of Nigeria. I know. And a professor for that matter, tell me, anytime a young man like this is given an opportunity to talk, he talk rubbish. This is a man that was supposed to be a link between the massive and the entire educational board in this country. But he's not doing anything, he's not doing the rightful. Why would he be telling me that the federal government are not to be blamed because of the failure in terms of education in Nigeria? So who are to blame? Who is to blame? If not the federal government, they are to blame. You can't just, you know, you went to school, the federal government will just wake up overnight and tell that you shouldn't go to school. You will stay at home. Sometimes when you go to school, this will happen to you. Definitely, what do? Who is not responsible for that? It's not federal government. What exactly is he trying to preach for us? The federal government is entitled every portion of an onus of blame should be shifted to them. So he's not telling us what we're supposed to hear. I don't see him as an able professor. I don't know where he got his own professorship. That shows it.
Okay, COVID-19. If you are not going to take COVID-19, you'll be sanctioned. What's your take on that?
My take on I'm not going to take it.
Why?
It's a personal issue. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know about others, but I'm going to tell my people no one will take it because this is to me this is a scenario where they are trying to put things in place and start the reduction of people in this country. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's just what you call end time.
Okay.
This is just end time. But the vaccine we are talking about, I will not take it.
This COVID-19 is real.
COVID-19 is real. My brother, it's real. During this COVID-19, during this lockdown of a thing, in my area, in my community, that's in where I stay at Agege here. Once you are sick, even if you are suffering from headache, the next thing that will come to your door, they will pull you out that will have identified a special case of coronavirus from special place. No any examination will be taking place. Nothing. So my brother, I am not going to take this vaccination. It's not by force for me. I'm not seeing this coronavirus as a real something. No, and as people in the Western world, they are not taking it. They are 100% against it.
No.
A lot of them are against it.
No, they are not 100% against it.
A lot of them are against it.
At least they are in support of it. Let me say 75 to 80%.
That 75 and 80% that are in support of it, go and ask them very well. Go back to them. They will tell you that they don't want to do it. That does it.
Okay, let's look at anti-open grazing. Today is September 1st. The Southern governors, some of them, most of them, 3 out of 17 have done it, but 14 have not done. How do you look at it?
Most of them that are not trying to do what they need to, go back to the federal government, you find out that they are collecting money from the federal government not to do the needful.
Okay.
Because you are talking about open grazing. Which one do you prefer? Is it open or the one that has been done at the backyard? Which one do you prefer? I'm asking you. You want to do things in such a way that it will benefit everybody. Open grazing, they said today. I thought today they said they're going to enact it as a law. There has been a bill from the House of Reps that today they are going to enact it as a bill, as a law, but they are not doing it because they have postponed, according to them, that there's a postponement from the House again that is not going to take place today. Look at my so-called governor in Imo State. I overheard.
No open grazing in Imo State.
There's no open grazing. No bill has been. Why? Because I said it here.
Okay.
I said it here earlier. Was it 2 days, 4 days ago? That somebody like Hope Uzodinma, you don't blame him for whatever he's doing.
Okay.
This is a man dancing under the tune of Islamic people. He is not the one there. He has been enrolled to become that governorship by so-called Islamic people.
Okay.
That is a plan that a particular post will be given to him after the expiration of Buhari's regime. So you cannot tell me that somebody like Hope Uzodinma, he doesn't know what he's doing. Somebody like him in Imo land, go to Obinza. There's a place called Obinza in Imo State. That's where you find out that military people are much more in quantum in Imo State. Go there, almost every land from there to Umagu has been given to all these Fulani people. Why? Why would you be doing a thing like that? Go to North. I was opportunity to be at the North. I was born and brought up in the North. It's very hard for you to see a northern man giving you a portion of land. Very, very hard. Very, very hard.
For a northern man.
It's very, very hard, my brother. The next thing they will call you is Arne. I know the meaning of Arne. Check it very well. They call you as somebody, a pagan. That's exactly what they called you there. Then for a Hausa man to give you his land, it's not even in the agenda. Okay. Then you cannot tell me that Hope Uzodinma knows what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing. This is a governor. This is somebody that, in terms of electoral board, he was the third person that was elected into that particular. And for them to have skipped the number one, the number two, and gave him that governorship, there's a plan for that. So it's not just ordinary.
Okay. Final thoughts, Mr.
So final thought is that, great viewers, we thank you for your support everywhere you are. And by the sister, we'll continue. We won't run again. We stand here. We'll be saying the truth. We are not safe. We are not safe, as you can see. Most of the people that are working here, most of them, we don't know them. You don't know who is who. You don't know who has been sent by anybody. Okay. To know what somebody like Lucky is saying, somebody like Bromati is saying, somebody like Ralph is saying. So at a point, you find out that before you know what is that, you land yourself into a very big mess. So okay. We are counting on the viewers out there. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Samatu, good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
I want to get your take on the coronavirus issue.
Coronavirus.
Vaccine. You're a pastor also.
Coronavirus.
Spoken. Let me hear from
vaccine.
you. Okay.
I have divine immunity.
Some people will attack you, Mr. Matthew.
The truth is, personally, I will not take that vaccine. It doesn't matter the position of the federal government. It doesn't matter their policy. I will not take that vaccine. Because there are so many conspiracy theory out there. And there are some evidences of people who have taken it, who their body is lighting a bulb. Yeah. There are some people that metallic substances are sticking to their body, they're becoming magnetic. But beyond all that, this is a question of life and death. Because I'm saying it particularly because though the Antichrist, according to the Bible, has to be administered on the face and on the right thumb, but the Bible says this is where wisdom counts. So we are still studying it. And if you like, put me into prison. If you like, enslave me. Personally, I'm wary of that vaccine. I will not take it.
If the SS come after you, you don't mind?
If you like, imprison me on this, I'm not going to take that vaccine. It's immaterial about the government position, their policy. They can give it to other people. Personally, I'm not taking it.
Are you saying COVID-19 is not real, or what is
COVID-19 may be real, may not be real, but personally, I cannot be affected by COVID-19 or any other disease for that matter.
Envoy is saying Envoy is nodding his head.
Because as I speak to you, by the grace of God, I don't take drug. By the grace of God, I don't take drug.
Okay.
So if God have been protecting me from other diseases, don't forget that God told the Israelites that if you obey me, those diseases I put on the Egyptians, I will not put it on you. So what are we saying? Except we do not know the power and the efficacy of the power of God, that is when we start doubting. The only thing is, I will invite everybody to come to the throne of grace.
Yes. Some pastors
to obtain that natural immunity that comes from the Almighty God.
Some pastors don't hold the same position you are holding. In some of the churches, you see people wearing those masks. Wash your hand.
I know that it's not everybody that believes everything that the Bible says. Is it not written that you even step your feet on serpents, it will not hurt you? That you lay hand on the sick, they will get well.
You understand it?
No, the truth is, the Bible, God cannot be a liar. I'm not saying diseases do not exist. Have you not read in the Bible, even a prophet of Elisha, he needed to remove leprosy from a soldier. By the time he removed the prophecy, his servant went after the soldier, trying to collect it back. As Elijah asked the leprosy to return to the servant. And tell you how power of God works.
That's the hazard.
Even Elijah, after death, they mistakenly threw a dead body into where he was buried. The anointing of God in his bones raised the dead. So the power of God is too enormous.
You understand?
Personally, when I say I'm not saying disease does not exist, but I tell you that the power of God in me is more than COVID-19. I'm not saying it to pacify anybody. I'm saying it because that is my own take on it. I'm not saying it to please anybody.
Give unto God what belongs to God. Give unto Caesar. If the federal government that...
Now let me remind you something. Because of what you just said. The Bible tells us in Psalm 34. He said, many are the afflictions of the righteous. Many, not one. He said, but God delivers him out of that all. He keeps his bone and not his broken.
Someone is saying Mr. Matthew is talking gibberish.
He's at liberty because you don't understand what he's saying.
God is angry with Nigeria.
What I'm telling you is, the position of the Bible it is not meant
Yes,
for
a Ghana man don't understand what
everybody.
we say.
Okay.
Because when Jesus Christ was in Israel, people
Ghana,
were
you can't
wondering.
understand us.
If they see him tell this one rise, he rise. He was parading power of God, doing miracle and all that. But the people was wondering, they have never seen this before. But what you understand is God, His mercy, His wisdom is with mankind. Because He said, I'm going to pour my spirit on all flesh. Go to Joel 2:28. He said in the end time, I'm going to pour my spirit on all flesh. So the outpouring of the Spirit of God, this is the era where God has said, I will show signs and wonders.
You don't
This is
understand.
that era.
We are not Ghana people.
I'm not saying disease do not exist.
To the glory of
I'm not saying disease do not exist.
Okay.
Disease do exist.
Matthew, I want to ask you something. I know you can quote Bible. For what is happening in Nigeria here now, why can't you pastors, those strong pastors, all these revelations you are bringing now in the Bible,
not all of them believe now.
seriously, why can't you,
Big, they don't believe.
why can't you pastors, pray, remove this, a man that is making everybody suffering, dying, killing every day. Can't they pray just the way they pray about to go out? Can't the pastor do that now?
The man is
That's a
innocent.
wonderful question.
No, what we have not understand is this.
If
The earth we are seeing, this is the devil is the one ruling the world. The Bible says, Jesus Christ said, the prince of this world, he was referring to the devil, came to me and found nothing in me. But that notwithstanding, if you are right standing with God, if you are right standing with God, you are above the devil and above the earthly leadership.
Okay. Let's.
God, wait, let me just conclude with this.
Okay.
God is more interested in salvation rather than taking over earthly leadership. If God wants anybody to die in Asu Rock, it doesn't take me anything. But don't forget that God is the one that created Buhari. Don't forget that it is the will of God that Buhari go to heaven and not hellfire. Don't forget that the will of God always wants to give everybody room to repent and come back to Him. So people should understand the mystery of God. It is beyond human understanding. What we are saying is not just about earthly things.
So what you
This is a mystery of the word of
Ghana
God.
people cannot understand us.
Okay. Let's leave
So if we want
that.
to talk earthly things, we talk it. If we want to talk spiritual things, we say it.
Okay, let's leave that area. The September 1st deadline today, only 3 states from the 17 southern states have passed the law.
No, it's 5. It's 5.
You have
You have Bayelsa, you have Ekiti, you have Rivers, you have it's 5.
the governor of Ekiti has not signed.
The anti-open grazing existed before this current administration in Ekiti.
Okay.
Under Fayose there was anti-open grazing. Now, if you look at other states, about 8 other states, they already passed it, waiting for governor's assent. And all the other states that have not gotten to that stage, it is in the process of it is in legislative process. It is in the respective parliament. So in all of the states in the south, with the exception of perhaps Imo State, they are all in the process of enacting that law. Good to say that they didn't beat the deadline of September, the end of September or the beginning of September.
Yeah.
So, but that notwithstanding, they are all in the process of enacting the law, and I think it's a good omen for Nigeria.
You're from Delta State. Olu of Warri dissolves traditional council chiefs, traditional councils and committees. How do you look at it?
But if you look at it, once he's coronated as the monarch of Warri, Olu of Warri, it now becomes his kingdom. He now becomes the authority. So he may want to choose who and who to work with him. So nobody has the power or the right to question who he is choosing or whether he is dissolving the ruling council in his kingdom.
Okay.
I think it is not something to be ventilated in the public, except he is violating their custom and tradition. Then people who are from Warri, people who are his subjects, will be competent to say, no, what you are doing is not within the purview of your office. But when it stands, personally, I see him as somebody who is just assuming office. And don't forget that his inaugural speech, the curse that was placed on the nation by his forefather, by treatment he perceived as not good meted to him by the Nigerian government, the new monarch broke that course.
Okay, finally, FG not responsible for out-of-school children, says Osibanjo.
Why can Osibanjo be saying that? Though I agree that the states have a major role to play, but don't forget that federal government has a major stake in Nigerian educational system. So to that extent, I think it's a collective failure on the part of the local government, the state government, and the federal government. So what they should do, they should synergize to see how they take students, children within school bracket out of the streets. Because if you look at it, there's a nexus between insurgency, Bokoharam, banditry, and out of school children. Because the child you refuse to educate, he will grow to adulthood and he will need to earn living. And if you are not educating them, they become vulnerable to be recruited into these criminal activities, into this insurgency, banditry, and all that. So it is not just enough for the federal government to try to exonerate itself from culpability and responsibility in terms of out of school children. What they need to do is to synergize among themselves between all the three arms of government. All the three stages of governance, to see how they take children who are supposed to be in school out of the streets, because it is the bane of insurgency in Nigeria. It's the bane of banditry in Nigeria. Is it not surprising that when we had about 601 reported Bokoharam, almost 99% of that total number are from Borno, Yobe, and some other states in Nigeria? By implication, they are Nigerians. And these are Nigerians, these children you refuse to educate. So they become vulnerable to be recruited into this insurgency, banditry, and all that. So Oshibanjo should not exonerate federal government, rather they should synergize to see how they salvage the situation.
Final thought, Mr. Mashi.
My final thought is that the government of Nigeria should not force the vaccine on anybody.
Thank you.
Anybody that is willing to take should take. The person that is not willing to take,
They may
don't
pose
force
a
it.
threat to others.
It was a threat. Personally, I've said it. If you like, put me
It is your own choice.
imprison me. I will not.
My
take
own choice, I can't take it.
it. Because it's a matter of life and death.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I have Mr. Chigozie this morning. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie. Our last reviewer this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Princeton.
How are you? Happy New Month.
Same to you, and
Okay.
happy new month to the viewers across the globe.
Okay. People are refusing to take the vaccine if it's being forced on them. Would you take the vaccine?
Not by force. This is the first time I'm seeing the government of Nigeria getting more interested in vaccinating the entire populace. It means there is something fishy, there is something they are not telling us. The first time they are taking such steps, will I call it proactive steps or deadly steps? Of course, the people have lost confidence in the system, and whenever there is such move, people begin to read meaning to it, what would have informed the position of the government. Now, it's not just paying for it, right? It will be administered free. Then there is something underground.
What do you think might be underground?
There is an undertone. There is something they are not telling us. There is something fishy about that. If they are interested in the welfare of the citizens, why not declare free medical health care for the entire citizenry? You see, women are dying of pregnancy, children are dying. The rate of child and mother mortality rate is at increase. They have not done anything to remedy or cushion the such effects. Look at malaria. It's something that is bedeviling the entire African region, especially Nigeria. They are not deeming it necessary to come up or to sponsor any medical research that will get towards eradicating malaria. It's not a rocket science. You see, these are fundamental issues. Now, with this development, you begin to think, what exactly are they up to? See, probably they want to, since unfortunately for them, they couldn't exterminate the Nigerian populace during the COVID. That's why they have to starve us. They have to withhold whatever is meant for the people, the palliatives. Now they see that the people are developing strange and stubborn strength to their
Is it not for their safety because of the third wave of COVID-19?
third wave. I'm still expecting this, maybe this the 20th wave that will sweep them off. These are bundle of non-entities. Their existence does not have any value to humanity. You see, these are people, the same people that are trying to enforce vaccination on the people are the same people that looted the entire money allocated to revamp the health system. Look at the health system. I don't know when last you visited the health facilities or the so-called health facility. They are just empty buildings, structures existing. Why don't they deem it necessary to update the facilities? Look at as if they were concerned about the welfare or the safety of the citizens. If you are concerned about the welfare or the safety of the citizens, why are you treating the resident doctors this way? You know that they are the one in charge of the primary health care of the citizens. You have not paid the remuneration, their allowances, and other incentives and the memorandum of understanding, the treaty you have with them for over a decade. And you are now forcing the vaccination on the people. Better tell us that you want to kill us. Probably that is another technique deployed to ensure that the Fulani takes over the entire system. For me, it is a dead on arrival. I don't subscribe to that.
Even though you're arrested, you won't still take the...
Who will arrest me? On what condition? Anything that has to do with health is a personal privacy. I have the rights, if I deem it necessary, if I consider it a risk to myself or to my people, then I may consult any medical attention in that regard, but not this one provided by a system that is bent at exterminating, a system that have lost its credibility, that could not be trusted anytime, anywhere in this system. They have proven to us repeatedly that these people are bent at exterminating us. So why should they? Look at the rate of the most virus killing the masses is hunger. There is no unemployment, so why not fix those fundamental issues that borders on the basic necessity of life, which is food, shelter, and clothing. We have not conquered, Nigeria have not conquered the basic necessity, let alone going to the secondary essence of life. It's very unfortunate.
Okay, let's look at September 1 deadline. Few states in the south have just passed the bill, but what's happening to other states? Imo State is saying, count me out of open grazing ban.
Well, by Imo State, I understood you don't mean the people. You don't mean the populace, the entire masses, what we call the Ohanese. It is not the true position. I have made it clear to you that Imo State residents or indigents or Imolites are not in support of the position of the governor in respect to open grazing, because they have suffered so many loss as a result of the activities, unchecked activities or movement of the herders and their cattle over the decades. So, and no compensation has been made in that respect. So people now becomes the greatest loser at the end of the day. And if you eventually have to touch the cattle, they will come after you. So the best thing in conflict resolution, the best thing to do is to weigh the two options. These people come with their cattle to prospect or to seek for markets where they can sell their cattle. That is their primary essence of moving their cattle from the north. Because those cattle were bred from the northern region, and taken to the south for, of course, greener parts or for exchange for money. Then why should that constitute nuisance to the community, to the host community that have harbored you, that have housed you, that have given you the opportunity to transact such business. At the end of the day, when you destroyed their farmland, you left them at the mercy of hunger, being their primary essence of source of livelihood. And there's no that the government have not placed them on salary or any remuneration or any incentives. So you can understand the position of the governor of Imo State is primitive and is self-centered. He's only driving his political, he's trying to protect his political dynasty or paymasters. Of course, it has come to stay, and I hope that this tempo should be sustained. The position of the southern governors in respect to anti-open grazing.
And that to solve the issue of...
Of course, it should stop. Why? Because it is the movement of these unguided, unprincipled elements called the killer militias. You see, there is nothing wrong about them integrating within the society, but the fundamental issues, they have an ulterior motive, which is becoming more clearer than ever now, that they are bent at exterminating the people, which is very unfortunate.
Okay, lastly, out of school children, federal government no responsible to Osibanjo?
Out of school children, federal government not responsible. Then who should be blamed? We have lots of indigent students who, of course, as a result of the hardship, overbearing hardship meted on their parents, could not afford to train their kids or their guardians or their wards in the basic primary school, not even talking about secondary or varsity. Who should be blamed? When it is the right of every child to have access to education, affordable education, which the government has failed in that primary responsibility of educating her own citizens so that they can be better positioned to serve humanity, to contribute to the national development. Any child that is not trained is a loss to the national, to the nation. By training, everybody must not have an opportunity to see the four walls of varsity, but the basic primary education should be available to all, even to secondary level, so that whatever, if you want to engage in skill or any other technician's skill, you may have the basic requirement to read and write and to be able to communicate. Then who is to blame? The likes of Professor Osibanjo, who was part of the beneficiaries of Awolowo free education scheme, is now telling the entire world that the government is not to be blamed. They enjoy bursary allowances and free education within the southwestern region, which most of them who are professors today wouldn't have the opportunity to see the four walls of the four walls of the school, of primary school. But fortunately for them, somebody has to pave a way for them, and they are calling themselves professors of this and that. Why not replicate? You have the opportunity to impart life positively. I'm very disappointed at this man called Osibanjo. It's very unfortunate that a man of him, who has enjoyed several privileges in this same country, but have the opportunity to fix the entire education system at their own time, under their watch. Education has collapsed. Our education system is dead, as far as Osibanjo and Buhari is concerned. Now I understood that Buhari, not only Buhari should be culpable of this. There is a conspiracy between the Buhari and the Osibanjo to truncate and destroy our education system at their own expense. Why they have their wives and their children, send them abroad to have the best education available so far across the world.
Thank you very much, Mr.
It's very unfortunate. I am ashamed of this man. Thank God that is not the end. people will still avail themselves the opportunity to be educated, to be informed, because that is the only instrument, as said by, of course, the Mandela, that education is the instrument, the greatest weapon of civilization.
Thank you very much.
Unfortunately,
Mr. Chigozie.
we have not come to understood that, especially this
you.
dispensation. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Do have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Happy September.
Okay. Thank you very much. We have come to the end of Bystanders this morning. Thank you for everyone that have spoken. Mr. Lucky, Mr. Raphael, Pastor Ubong, Mr. Matthew, Mr. Chikos, and everyone. Thank you for speaking today. Bye for now till miss tomorrow by the grace of God. Here, the same place, the same time, the same platform. Thank you.